Hi everyone, Martina here. I've got a super quick and easy card making video for you using the Lindy Stamp Gang Magical Shaker in the color Aged Copper. I already prepared a card base and a piece of mixed media paper which is slightly smaller than the card base. I have a stencil which has got lots of dots in different sizes, and I will spread some texture paste through the stencil. I'm taking some texture paste out of my pot and I'm starting to add the magical shaker powder into the paste. I just sprinkle some onto the paste and mix it with my palette knife just until the moment I've got a color that I'd like to go with. At this point, I think it's too light colored for me, and I'm adding a bit more of the colored powder and just mixing it up again pretty well. After that's done, I'll give my working mat a quick wipe to keep the paper as clean as possible and start spreading the texture paste through the stencil. When I'm spreading texture paste to a stencil, I'm trying to spread the texture paste through the stencil with smooth and slow and regular movements. Like this, I got the highest chance that no texture paste is getting under the stencil. And I've got a clean and crisp image, of course. This time I've taken way too much texture paste. You can see I have applied lots of it through the whole stencil, and I still have half of the knife full with texture paste. And I don't like to waste materials, so I'm grabbing a piece of paper, spreading the excess texture paste onto the paper, and this will give me a nice card background or a paper for a die cut or maybe a base for my next art journal page. It's just, I don't like to waste material, so I keep it. Because I'm filming, I'm not going to the sink and washing my palette knife and the stencil, but I will give it a short and quick cleaning just with a baby wipe. After done that, I just double checked my stenciled image and set it aside to dry. I already knew that I wanted to incorporate this magnolia die cut onto my card, and was going quickly through my stamp stash to find a small text stamp which matches nicely to my card concept. I am applying some anti-static powder and Versamark ink to apply the embossing powder, which is Queen Sheba Silver. It's a light and not too strong silver. I really like it a lot. And I'm just giving it a quick heat to melt the powder. After everything is melted and cooled down, I just cut the word out with the scissors. And now it's already time to build the card. I always like to start with gluing down the paper onto the card base, because as long there's nothing on the background paper, you can give it a nice press onto the card so it will stay there forever. And that's what I'm doing now. I'm using a regular glue runner. I'm trying to get an idea of the concept of the card, playing around with the flower, the word, and adding a tiny piece of a thread just to add a little more detail and movement and another texture. When I'm gluing down die cuts like this onto my cards, I really love to use foam pads like this to add some more dimension onto the die cut. I'm using the pads on the upper part of the die cut, and I'm gluing down the stem of the flower with just regular liquid glue so I know it will stay in place. Because I added dimension to the flower die cut, I will also add some dimension to my stamped word, which I will add to the card as the final kind of decoration. When I came to an end, I missed some more sparkle on the card, and I'm just browsing my sequence stash to find this perfect missing little extra to add to the card. And I found some really nice rosé gold circles, which just match nicely to the color of the magical shaker and the dots which I used in the stencil. I hope you liked this process. I hope you are inspired to maybe create a card or maybe mix your magical shakers with texture paste and just try something new. I wish you a wonderful day and see you next time. Bye.